systems layer and then the networks layer, and from networks I moved towards cybersecurity. So certifications helped me to pivot from systems networks towards cybersecurity. And from last 10 to 11 years now, I'm into this cybersecurity and AI spaces.
Yeah, that's really cool. When you started your career, did you ever imagine you would reach the level of impact? What were those early days really feel like?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Thanks to God and thanks to my family for the support. At that time, obviously, like in hindsight, I can never imagine that, I will be an author, I will be an, researcher in the cybersecurity and AI field, and, I will be making a little bit impact. So that is really required in the world to, give back and try to do good for everyone. But obviously, at that time, everybody has struggled. They have their own journey. So, you know how help desks work are like going inside the desk just to clean the computers, to unplug it, and your whole shirt is, full with dirt, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I have done those like hands-on experience, I must say, just folding the seams and going towards that hands out. So it was great experience, I must say. And Alhamdulillah, I worked round the clock. When I say that, you pick any time on a clock, and I have worked on, like you say that 2 a.m. in the morning, yes, I have worked on. You say 4 a.m. in the morning, yes, I have worked on. You say 11 p.m. in the night, yes, I have worked on. So, round the clock we have worked, and especially in IT, this happens, that there are like some emergency calls, and sometimes, your clients can call you anytime. They have some breaches, especially in cybersecurity. So, and sometimes the downtime, the maintenance window is only in the night time or only in the, early morning, like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. So these are like, stories, but by the grace of God, here I am.
Yeah, yeah. You define your hard work throughout the movements. So, is there any moment there you feel like you almost gave up, and what needed to keep going in your career?
There, that happens every single day. Obviously, till now, you never reach. People call it as success is a journey, not the destination, right? So you are proceeding, and when you stop, like for example, in international markets, you are nowhere then, right? So you have to keep improving step by step. That is really required. And to answer your question, yes, we need to do this progressively. And if in case we stop at any time in the history or any time in the progression, you are behind. And I'm sitting in UAE, Dubai right now. Dubai is really, really fast paced. We have competition from all over the world. So we have to, live on the edge, I must say.
Yeah. So, talking about hardworking and all these things, do you prefer a better hardworking person or a consistent person in real life in business?
Consistency is the key. We talk about resiliency and the bouncing back, that if something happens to you and you bounce back to the same stage, that happens. And there are like two type of people. One is that they have the self motivation and they can, bounce back to the same stage again and again. And some are that they need some external support. And it's totally fine to be on the other side, like the second type of person, that you need the external support from somewhere else. So you have your mentors. That's why people call that, you should have some kind of mentor who can mentor you, who can give you that motivation, who can ask you to be on that edge. So hope that answers your questions.
Yeah. So, talking about a mentor, who influenced you starting as a career in your life to make your leadership journey better?
I must say my father, because actually my father used to run a computer training institute. He started in 1981, and at that time it was just typing and shorthand. And later in 1986, the first computer came. And my birth is even afterwards. Like, so I opened my eyes and I've seen computers. So he was like, he's the principal and he was the CEO. He was the founder of that institution. With with his brother, my chachu also, he was also working there. He was also one of the partners there. So these guys has helped me a lot, and I have seen them grow, and I have seen them, I must say that going through those challenges, right? bypassing those challenges,
Mhm.
how to build the team, how to deal with them, how to deal with internal problems, how to deal with the students problem. Up now, students are customers here in your
Mhm.
career journey. But the biggest mentor is my father, who helped me to realize that if you are on that top position, how you will see downward, and how you can manage everyone, from your circle. And again, don't disrespect them. And like, you have to be down to earth, you have to be like, not aggressive in many of the cases. So the decision making capabilities, like, we used to also go towards my father as a, staff members, and we used to, seek for advice and seek for guidance.
Mhm.
And seeing that how the decision making occurs in different perspectives. So alhamdulillah, that I'm blessed that, I got that those things from very early start, even before my career. And I've been into teaching and all that stuff, and seeing that how things plays out very early on. So that helped me a lot. And including, the office politics and things that, what staff is saying, what this guy is saying, and one person has two faces or whatever. So these type of things that help, that, before even entering the career,
Mhm.
because in practical life, you realize till you are already in your 30s. But alhamdulillah, I was
Yeah.
blessed that I have been seeing these things from my childhood.
Yeah. So regarding your as a cybersecurity leader, as a successful cybersecurity leader, behind the scenes, what has been the hardest part of your journey?
Hardest past is to be relevant. Like, actually, this field is changing a lot. I give you the example. Actually, cyber security, cyber means digital, and
Yes.
security means security, right? To secure anything. So anything which is digital, we need to secure that. And let's start from anything. You talk about server, so you have server security. You talk about wireless, Wi-Fi and all, and your 3G, 4G, 5G. Then you have the three that particular wireless security. Then fast forward, we have Web 3.0, Web 3.0 security. Now we have AI. So we are talking about AI security, right? So with every single new division of IT or tech, we have that thing need to be secured, right? So theft and thieves are not going anywhere, right? They are never going anywhere. So if they are not going anywhere, you have to have that department who is securing all those things. Now we have warfares, and especially in wars also, we have the cyber channels and cyber crimes, and how cyber wars take place in nowadays.
Yeah.
So the biggest challenge is that to navigate all these things and to be ahead. Earlier, we don't used to get those questions about AI, right? Now we are
Mhm.
getting those questions. So
Yeah.
if you are not aware of those issues, if you don't know that what to answer, and so that's why I have subscribed to, like, I will give you some practical advice also, that how the audience can take this forward. So subscribe to good cybersecurity channels, good cybersecurity magazines, and newsletters. There are hundreds of Substack, whatever you like,
Yeah.
you can subscribe to. Then there are LinkedIn posts. Dedicate some time to your LinkedIn. If you have your own, whatever your division or whatever your sector is, if you have people there, just try to add more there, and at least spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes there. Then try to read those stories. Sometimes in some of my bosses, ex-bosses, have even asked me every single day that, Adil, tell me what breaches happened in last 2 days or 5 days. So just to take my exam, that when you are sitting in front of clients, you have to discuss those things, that you know about X, you know about Y, they got breached and they did this, right? So you have to be also secure yourself, secure your environment. So to answer your question, being active in this stage, what exactly is going on, you have to be aware on it. That's the biggest challenge, and that takes time.
Yeah. In the cybersecurity sector, there has been pressure related to data breach and data security. How do you personally stay calm and focus in these situations?
So, there's a code that say that don't sell fire blankets when there is already a fire, right? So that's the thing. If there are data breaches, if there are any type of incident or accident, not only you have to be calm, but you have to keep your stakeholders also calm. It's tough, I must say it's tough, because every division, every department, every stakeholder has different opinions and different style of treating to that problem. So if we always pray that the incidents never happen, but if they happen, it's difficult to navigate. That's why we need to have those playbooks, and we need to have those policies. So, once we have those policies in place and those processes in place, then if in case something bad happens, you can just start those process and start doing those activities which are in those processes on those SOPs and on those documents, so that you don't panic. So this is tough, but without panicking, you need to be ready in advance, because nowadays it's not about that will it happen or not, it's just about when it will happen. So we are just like the cybersecurity division is just prolonging or delaying that incident till the time we can.
Yeah. So, in your experience, what separates average leaders from truly impactful ones?
So again, two, three things out of it. First is the implementation side, that what they are implementing. Secondly, what they are getting back to their teams and to the environment. Because great leaders showcase what need to be done, not like just lecture them. So, as I mentioned earlier, that you have to fold your sleeves and you have to go down, do that work. Yeah, I understand that as a CISO, as a chief or as a consultant, you are not always engaged on those hands-on things, but still as a leader, you have to prove that sometimes you are doing that work, or you are guiding them with that. For example, the team is working on something on hands-on, you are there on their head and you are trying to explain them how we can do, or let me try to do it. Like, even if you are doing it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, some creating some policies, creating some scripts, um uh, you know just overall looking at those things, that really impact. Otherwise, the staff will just assume that you are just replying to emails whole day, right? Not doing anything. So that is one area. And secondly, they see that how you lead, especially in the time of conflicts. So it can be internal politics, it can be external politics, it can be the issues with the clients. So how you are treating those issues and how you are respecting your own team, that manages a lot. If you are just doing the blame games, that he did this or she did this, you are not a good leader.
Yeah. So, talking about cybersecurity, if you had to warn business leaders about one major cybersecurity mistakes, what would it be?
I would say that the biggest challenge now is the AI. Because of AI, we have so many different type of cyber attacks, including we have deepfakes, including we have AI based adversaries, including we have phishing with the speed of AI. So there are hundreds of new verticals, new areas. Because obviously, as we the ethical guys are taking cybersecurity and improving the defenses, similarly, the attackers are also improving their attacks, right? So that's the biggest challenge in today's day and age, which you know the leaders should take note of, and they need to build guardrails around it in an ethical way, because can do harm also.
Yeah. So, many companies think security is just a IT job. What is that mindset dangerous? Why is that mindset dangerous? What do you think about it?
If somebody comes to this point, just say that let's open a public company financial report and let's see that what downtime of each minute cost them. So all public companies, you will get you can get the annual revenues out on the internet. Just search for them, or if that is the company where you are sitting for the meeting, just search for them and then do the reverse calculation and go back to say that what 30 minutes downtime will cost you, what 15 minutes downtime will cost you, so that they understand that this is not an IT issue, this is a business risk, right? That if just one department goes offline for 30 minutes, what damage it can do to your organization. So we have to, like, that's why we say that for technical leaders you need to be technical, but for business leaders you need to be like, from business point of view you have to showcase that what financial losses it can bring, what risk it can bring, and what is the exposure. But if you only talk about the MTTR, MTTD, obviously the C-suite will have difficulty to understand, right? If they are non-technical, and
Yeah.
they are amazingly great at their what they do. But please try to speak in a business language, not in a technical language when you are speaking with them. So it's all about business impact. One department or overall, if the company gets, and there are hundreds of examples. Showcase them with the example that what happened to this company, what happened to that company, and these number of days of downtime, what cost them, right? And not in terms of the downtime of the operations, but also the client's trust, right? Customers trust.
Mhm.
That's a big area. So your clients trust you due to your reputation, due to your progress and due to that uptime, right? So if they have zero, like a little bit of downtime also, customers will, their trust will start shaking.
Yeah. So speaking of cybersecurity in AI, how is artificial intelligence changing the future of cybersecurity in the benefit time or in the worst side of the AI?
Yeah, so I think I answered a little bit about this question that, we have these deep
Mhm.
fakes, we have these, AI advisories who are taking AI into effect. We have brute force attacks, AI based. We have phishing attacks, AI based. We have social engineering with AI because, you know, in social engineering, for example, if I will just try to be a friend on Facebook and I try to get you some of the SSIDs and email addresses, some information. That's called social engineering attacks. AI is amazing at that, right? Because AI can be your friend. AI can answer you in a specific way. So AI based social engineering, that's the new thing. So there are hundreds of, and zero click, now there is new term that zero click attacks, where even you are not clicking and the attacks start coming again due to AI. So this is the negative side, negative in the sense of that you as a leader need to be aware of those issues and need to treat accordingly. And there is positive side also, that the attacks, like if there are like thousands of logs or millions of log in a day, AI can help you to summarize it, right? AI can help you understand it. AI is helping you to investigate it. And by the way, we are using AI since 10 years in cybersecurity. So AI is not new in cybersecurity. It's a buzzword now from last 3, 4 years, 5 years. But in cybersecurity, I'm using since last 10 years because of, we have predictive analytics. We predict, that what can be happen, like, to some extent. We do the behavior analytics, right? We check that what is the normal. We try to create the normal baseline. And obviously AI and machine learning is always helping us in doing that, right? And it just encode, and now it's improving. But don't get into the trap of AI that every cybersecurity vendor is saying that nowadays, that we are using AI, we are using AI, we are using AI. So AI is not a wrapper, but if there are some literal use cases of AI, then amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of cyber attacks and cyber security, do you think the current law regarding cyber law is enough to minimize the amount of cyber attacks all over the internationally?
Yeah, so there are compliances, there are frameworks, there are policies, okay, in the GRC part, especially governance system compliance. They are always not enough. So there's a amazing code. We always say that audit is not equal to assurance. Okay, let it sink in. Audit is not equal to assurance. So you are doing those audits, and I'm sure you have seen those memes also that on a road, like on a desert, there is no road, but in a middle there is a small road patch, and people are saying that this is due to during the audit, right? So just after audit, again there is all desert, right? So the audits are not like that, that you say that, oh, the government is enforcing you to do this, okay, I will do this for only 4 days, 5 days. It's not like that. So audits need to be continuous, like anytime the auditor comes and they see you are 100% perfect and you are complying to that. That's why we have these maturity levels, like level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, whatever, on those frameworks, that you already are there. Okay, do this continuously, evaluate continuously. But the problem is that many organizations I have seen that even they are not ready for the audits. Like audits are also like check boxes, tick, 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 and we are good to go. We will see next year now. So that's not good. Continue to that I have personally seen that clients got that audit report passed, and within 10 days they got breached. So again, I will repeat, audit is not equal to assurance. This is a continuous spectrum. You have to do it continuously, um, otherwise you are you are naked on a road.
Yeah. Speaking of cybersecurity, internationally recently, USA attacked Venezuela recently, and they have hacked their servers regarding the cyber and all these things, and hacked the drones. What do you think about the international cybersecurity? It is related to power or anything else that if any country have the power or resources of money, they can dominate in the cybersecurity sector.
So not even going into any politics, I must say that I included this thing in a start also, that cyber crimes and cyber wars are already going on, not only here but all over the world. So, there are state powered, state governed bodies who are taking care for these things, state powered advisories, which they have the whole departments who are taking care for that. It's not only about money, but it's about those mindsets. It's about those technologies which they are using. So every country is trying to use that, and that starts very early on from the chipset. From the chipset onward to the infrastructure to the applications and onward. So I must say that yes, cyber wars are going on all over the world, and like many of the proxy wars, sometimes they are not even on the news because they are cyber wars, and like nobody knows from where they are coming. Like when they dig down, they came up with an end country, and sometimes even that country is not responsible. So not going to nitty gritties, but yes, cyber wars are a thing, and cybersecurity professionals are, that's why they are in demand.
Regarding the cybersecurity of organizations, what is the one security habit every organization should start today?
I must say, pay more attention on monitoring the visibility, increase your visibility if you can, because sometimes it's like there are millions of log which as an individual you cannot read. So make that reporting better, make that visibility better, because if you have more visibility, you know what's going wrong, and like what is the baseline, what is the normal, and you can try to control the abnormals. This is one, and secondly, be up to date, like be in the market, study what's going on, try to attend those networking events of cybersecurity and professionals, so that what are the new vendors, what are the new defenses, and what are the new attacks. So you are aware of them, and just try to add those guardrails as much as you can, but not too much. Elon Musk say he was mentioning about the AI world, but he mentioned that if there are more guardrails, then how we will play the game, right? Just for example, there are more referees in a playing ground. How the players will play, right? So there need
Yeah.
to be a balance.
Yeah. So, coming on to your professional experience, what has been the most challenging security or technology project in your career?
There were many interesting projects I have done. I must say the most difficult are usually these SOC ones, Security Operations Center, like building the SOC from ground up. I have experience. I have written the book also on the same topic, AI transformation of SOC, Security Operations Centers. So those are some challenging projects, and others are some sort of compliances when they don't have anything, because the clients sometimes don't understand. They just say that this is the compliance requirement. Government is asking to do this. We just need the tick boxes. So and we don't have much budget. This is the budget. So now it's very difficult to um, give them that maturity to comply on that particular framework and give all those solutions. So they are trusting you as a consultant, they are closing their eyes, but they are asking you to just complete all those things. So then we try to create 3-year 4-year roadmaps. Why? Because their budget is not allowing them to do everything in one go, and then we are requesting those authorities to give more time so that they are there. And in that scenarios, there is not one solution. We are talking about 20 plus solutions, 30 plus solutions, and then the policies, and then the consultation parts, and then the GRC thing, and then the DFIR, digital forensic incident response processes, and everything, third party vendor assessments, and all that stuff. So compliance projects are tricky, and SOC projects are tricky in my experience, majorly.
Yeah. Speaking of cybersecurity, how do you earn trust when clients are trusting you with their most sensitive data?
Trust is built over time. Trust is built from your circle, like you know someone and that guy knows someone, and trust is built by doing something. When I was discussing about these compliance projects and all, we start with very initial small projects of gap assessment or risk assessment sometimes, and we do that. And once the client sees our work and they are satisfied with us, they drink some coffees with us, then they trust us, and then they try to open up. And once they close their eyes on you, then you have everything in their infrastructure and their environment. But it takes time, and you need to be also ethical in that perspective. Not only sharing their insights with other clients, or during these type of podcasts, or during these type of interviews, or any forum. You are being a keynote speaker, you cannot mention those names. You have the NDA signed and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
so be respectful, and you will get just.
Yeah, you have a cool background of cybersecurity and successful digital experience. So, what do you advise newcomers in these cybersecurity sectors and how they can come up with longer stability in cybersecurity sector?
First of all, cybersecurity is not a easy division to be in. Actually, cybersecurity is damn huge. I told you in the start that every single IT or tech division has the security arm in it, right? So first of all, when you are in cybersecurity, some people understand that cybersecurity is a subfield. Yes, it's a subfield. You are from your tech, you are going down to network systems, whatever, and now you are in cybersecurity, but try to find your own niche under cybersecurity. Otherwise, it will be difficult. Like, in today's days and age, if you say that one is a cybersecurity consultant, it's difficult to understand that what exactly he does, because he can be an expert of identity, he can be an expert of GRC, he can be an expert of security awareness engineering, he can be an expert of data security, he can be an expert of application security. So there are so many different verticals under cybersecurity. So please choose a niche. Say that I'm an expert of I'm an expert of endpoint security, I'm an expert of EDR, right? I know amazingly well my track framework. I understand NIST inside out, right? I'm an expert of HIPAA. My clients are only in healthcare, right? For example. So try to find a niche, and once you are in that niche, opportunities are endless, but please try to be specific in cybersecurity. Otherwise, it's like a mess. People like, especially the younger guys, which you mentioned, they come to me and they say that, we are doing CEH, or we need to be a good pen tester. That's good, but pen testing and vulnerability management pen testing is very small one part. If you are doing pen testing is like community nowadays. Do red teaming. Be good at red teaming.
Hmm.
Be good at compromise assessment in the same offensive side, right? So then if you are good at the digital forensic incident response, then you should know how to write a BCP, business continuity planning, disaster recovery planning, or those documents, or you should know how these tools are working in DFIR, and you should know the blue teaming part, and or might be if you are good at red teaming and now you are shifting towards blue teaming, you should be good at these purple teaming, like both excited. So try to find a niche and then go all in on that, because there is really, why always we say that there is more demand than supply. Means, like, I'm sure you have seen that there are millions of cybersecurity professionals which are like organization have short of, that they are unable to find those expertise. Still, you will find so many of cybersecurity guys who don't have jobs. Why there is a gap? But means like companies are saying we cannot find cybersecurity guys, and cybersecurity guys are saying we cannot find jobs, because they are not solving one exact problem. Their CVs are not designed for solving that exact JD which the companies are looking for. If you can do that, then it's a good chance. I must say that in cybersecurity interviews, you will find surprises. Like, sometimes they are asking to do everything in that world, which is really difficult, and not everybody can do that. So you have to be specific.
Yeah. Finally, what people, when people look back to your journey years from now, how do you want to remember your name?
Um, as a person who helps securing world, who's securing world by any chance, by 0.0001%, but at least in that angle, he helped move that needle. It's a big
Thank you.
saying, but hope so we can, I hope so I can do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your conversation. It's really good. It's really been a good conversation with you regarding cybersecurity. Coming on to our final questions. In our daily life, people struggle with cyber attacks and all these things. How do you advise a simple guy in daily life regarding the cybersecurity?
Yeah, so that's amazing topic. I'm writing another book on the same topic, that how to be digitally safe for laymen, for non-technical guys. So there are number of things you can do, for being safe. First of all, don't click on any links. There can be phishing links. If you don't understand, don't click. If you don't understand any QR code, even don't scan. You don't know from where that QR code is coming, and that can be suspicious. Similarly, nowadays it's increasing to voice calls or even video calls which are deep faked, and which are not the guy who is cheating. Don't believe everything on internet, right? There are so many AI based videos and data out there. Don't go in conspiracy theories, and plus, do your due diligence, before anything. And please forward these messages to your next generations. It can be your younger brother, it can be your son, your daughter, or one day younger guy, or your own colleagues,
Yeah.
that how to be safe online. It's really really difficult. I don't know anyone in my circle who has not lost his money online, frankly speaking, in today's days and age. So be a little reluctant. There's a quote we say now, that zero trust, right? Don't trust anyone, zero trust. So every time you have to authenticate, even if your father is calling and he's asking for this much amount, it can be a fake call, right? Just double check. If your bank is calling, just try to double check that what number it's coming from. We as a cybersecurity guys are even not secured. I remember when I was in KSA, I was shifting to UAE back, and like there's a very famous website, I will not name it, but for all the used stuff you can buy it from there. So I was there and I was searching for the home, and one lady has like amazing pictures and very reasonable cost and everything. So I will cut this story short. That was a fake Airbnb website. And basically, there was no link. There was just a
Mhm.
word behind it. There is obviously a link. So when you just hover over, like you will not click and you will just go to that wording, it will show you downside in the footers that what is the link. So from there I came to know, but still, with all those parameters, I tried to open it, and it was exactly like Airbnb website, and it was asking to pay. So until I got saved, but I did not get any financial problem there. You will just say that this is Airbnb website. Everything was exactly same. You can even go to other listing and check, and there was a button to buy. And once you buy, the whole amount will transfer to that address. So please be reluctant on that side. Just double check everything. If you are not sure, just forward it to your 2 3 friends, just to check, or discuss with cybersecurity professional, anyone in your circle or any tech guy. Might be he can help you, because I will say that this is a bad advice to forward if that guy is not understandable. Otherwise, he will definitely click it. Um, but try to be safe. That's maximum we can do. Watch those awareness videos online. That helps a lot. There are security awareness videos which tells you that what to click and what not to click. There are in the organizations there are simulations also, that we try to send these fake type of videos, sorry, emails to everyone, that for
Mhm.
example, the email is coming from Emirates airline, and they are saying that you win a free air ticket, right?
Yeah.
So that's just a fake, just to make them understand. So if 5 guys click them, we call those 5 guys and do the constant that please don't click. We just play with you, we just explain you, but it can happen on real time also, right? So
Mhm.
I acknowledge that it's difficult to be safer online, and it's getting day by day, it's getting difficult. And try to change your cards again and again. Don't push your credit card information online on every website. Try to create some virtual card numbers. Some of the banks allow virtual card numbers with different limits, and just use it and destroy it. These type of approaches you can use.
Yeah. So, do you think the cyber attacks are probably depends on the age of the person? Like, we have plenty of cyber attacks to old people's compared to the youngest person or youngest generation. What do you think about that?
I don't think so that there's a basically, it just depends that we say that we are tech savvy guys and all that stuff, but there is no reality to that. Why? Because anybody can fall into those problems, and anybody can be a victim. Yes, our grandparents and that generation is more vulnerable than us, that even if they're getting an SMS saying something that your account is empty or something, just click on this, and they are clicking on those. But we are also not safe, man. We are also not safe. So again, I also need consultation on that. I also need to see that what is here. Sometimes, even from Microsoft, the emails are exactly the same, but they are phishing. So it's difficult to distinguish between them. And there are like different ways, man. Just after 5 minutes, if somebody knocks your door and they try to give you a box and ask for OTP, you might share, right? That the box is there, it's genuine, and he's taking your name also. So you might share the OTP, and might be that box is empty and he just need your OTP for your banking
Mhm.
transactions, right? It's really really difficult in 2026.
Yeah. So it's really been a great conversation with you, Adil. Thank you. Thanks for your time. It's really be an honor to talk with you. Thank you.
So
Have a
kind of you,
great
man. So
yeah
kind of
yeah.
you. Thanks
Thank you.
for
Thank you.
having me. And I also really enjoyed your questions.
Yeah
So kind of you. And
yeah
thanks a lot. And we will be in touch, inshallah.
yeah yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye bye.